Hello Leo and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing August the 23rd, 2020. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Leo, as well as the cross watchers. Everybody is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and only to take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective Leo. As you know, this can just take a moment to find the right cards to start your weekly reading. Thank you. There we go. The Chariot, Leo, is where we start your weekly reading. Now, the Chariot is a card that signifies willpower, your determination, your focus, your control. This is the major action card. It's the major forward momentum card. It ultimately leads to success. You're back in the driver's seat here, Leo, whatever area of your life this may be concerned with. You're driving this forward with your absolute willpower and determination. You'll see this through to success. It might be a project. It might be in a calling. It certainly might be in a relationship. There's a whole range of things going on here. But the Sphinxes pull along the Chariot, saying that no obstacles will stand in your way. You will tuck and weave through them, go over them, under them. You know, you are just about an unstoppable force this week with the Chariot pulling you along. So that is where we start the weekly reading for you, Leo. Let's get all the cards on the deck. And we'll certainly get into, what this unstoppable force you have become this week is all about. All right. Card at the bottom of the deck this week is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups' strengths are her compassion, her caring, her intuition is highly on point. She's a very emotionally stable queen, very emotionally balanced. She understands the ebbs and flows of life, relationships, circumstances. Her throne floats on water. So she understands that intuitively. She holds the Ace of Cups in her hand. They're again speaking about this love, this compassion, this creativity that surrounds her. Now, this Queen of Cups is going to be with you this week. This could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that you know in your life, a man or a woman. I don't read gender into the cards. Or this is just an overarching energy with the card in this position. And this is about compassion. This is about love. This is your intuition is going to be very high this week. Just go with the flow. While you're charging forward, I understand that. But there is still sort of moments of taking your foot slightly off the accelerator, maybe having to brake to turn a corner. Things like that are still going with the flow here. Keep that in mind as the week goes on, Leo. Good old Queen of Wands is crossing you. Well, this is you, Leo. This is you and your personal power as the Queen of Wands. People are naturally attracted to you. You have a natural magnetism is what I was trying to say. You are a born leader. You're very exuberant. You're very vibrant. You have an innate internal warmth that attracts people to you. The other thing about you, because of all those things, I think people sometimes on first meeting of you, Leo, can think that you're a little bit frivolous, but indeed you are not. This Queen of Wands is very, very determined. And that is the drive and the motivation, especially with the Chariot being there, that you need. Again, this determination to succeed. You can be very ambitious when you put your mind to it. The other thing is that she holds the Ace of Wands there in her hand. And that, of course, is about inspiration. It's about new beginnings. It's about potential, seeing potential in situations, circumstances, people, ideas, seeing the potential in yourself to be successful at whatever this is. So that is just absolute proof this reading is about you, with this major push forward this week. The Empress is in your past position this week, and what a lovely energy. The Empress is, of course, a divine feminine symbol. You know, the Empress embodies beauty, nature, nurturing, and most of all, abundance. Her throne sits in nature, the abundance of nature, as you can see in this card. She's quite heavily pregnant in this particular image, and that leads me to this idea of fertility as well. The Empress is sometimes, well, isn't sometimes, is the fertility card. If that's something that interests you, Leo, perhaps you've recently found out you're pregnant, just because this is in the past position here. The other thing about fertility that I see in this card, it's always about planting your seeds of intention in this fertile ground that the Empress sits on, because she will ensure your intentions fully bloom into the abundance that they deserve. So keep that in mind. And this is what has moved you into the Chariot energy. So perhaps you've had a very fertile idea. Again, perhaps if you have found yourself to be pregnant, or your partner is pregnant, this is driving you forward to great success at the moment. But I have a feeling this is like the fertility of an idea. You know, the seed had been planted and it's now sprouting. You can see it, and this is what's giving you this major push forward. Page of Swords is in your grounding position this week, Leo, and the pages for me are the messengers of the tarot. And the Page of Swords always brings the message about new ideas. You know, you have a curiosity at the moment, a thirst for knowledge at the moment, in particular new ways about communicating. Look, that can sort of have two directions for me. You know, that can sort of be a curiosity about new communication technology. You know, that could be devices, or, you know, we're all doing Zoom and Hangouts and all those kind of things at the moment. Or it can be a new way about your self-expression. Talking the talk, walking the walk. Perhaps you're finding new ways how to communicate your ideas. I'm feeling this reading is really about some new idea, some new project in your life that you are working on at the moment. You know, you planted the seed, it's become, you know, it's sprouting. You can start to see, you know, this idea kind of growing. And I think it's got something to do with the way that you're going to communicate this new idea. The Six of Cups is in your crowning position this week, Leo. Now, the Six of Cups is a nostalgia card. The Six of Cups is about revisiting the past, but in particular, a past memory, a hope, a wish, a goal, a dream, a feeling perhaps you had in the past. It can be childhood memories in particular, but certainly, you know, a feeling a long time ago, not last week. That's not the past we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, a good 10 years ago plus. It's also a card that often pops up when you all of a sudden see somebody, you know, from your past. Perhaps you see them in the street. Perhaps they email you or call you out of the blue. Perhaps you're listening to the radio and you hear a song that has exactly the right lyrics to what you're asking. It's that sort of energy. And why this is happening, or if you do run into this person or cross paths, it's to remind you of that place and time. You know, what were your hopes? What were your dreams? What were your wishes? There's something from your your past that's tied into this idea. It's not necessarily about the person, or perhaps in this case, this new idea. You know, perhaps that person has the right skills or has advice to give you. But there's something tied into your past here about this project that you're projecting at the moment. The Five of Swords is in your outcome position this week. Now, the Five of Swords is a card about some conflict going on, some arguments going on. It's a card about competition. And I feel that you feel there's some competition around you at the moment. Perhaps there's some haters, out there sort of not particularly believing in your idea, in this path that you're charging ahead on. The Five of Swords can also sometimes represent this winning at all costs kind of energy. You don't care who is going to stand in your way. You are just going to go straight through them and bowl them over. Have the last word in that argument. It's that sort of energy as well. So just be careful about that this week, Leo. I don't feel that you're sort of... I feel that you might say something a little bit cutting in a debate, a discussion, that perhaps is a lot more weighted than you intended. I hope that makes sense. I don't think you're doing it maliciously, but I think your words can be very cutting at the best of times, Leo. So just, think before you speak, this week. If it's a situation where it's a lively discussion, perhaps somebody is questioning you, and you don't like that very much, just be careful about that. As always, I like to take one final message just to summarise the weekly read. But if you are resonating with this, by all means, please give the video a like. Please feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everybody. And out it came. The number 57, Squirrel Spirit. And the message Squirrel Spirit brings is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself this week. And this is to do with this idea. Whatever this idea is to you, I think it's going to be different for everybody out there, but believe in yourself. Again, it relates to this sort of quarrelsome energy I'm feeling up there. Believe in yourself. Don't get defensive. Believe in yourself. Let's see what other messages Squirrel Spirit has for you this week, Leo. Squirrel Spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered are stowed away and have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing there is always enough, and you have what it takes to co-create the reality you want to experience. Through your diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for the universe believes in you and wants you to know you have enough and are enough. Doesn't the truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Leo. Have a fabulous week ahead. I do look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.